Stop. Don't book your Bali trip before watching this. Bali has changed a lot, and if you're not prepared, you could be wasting a lot of time and money. After 4 months here, I'll show you exactly what's worth visiting and what to avoid. This is the only Bali travel guide you will ever need, so let's do it. Just arrived here in Bali. Trick is to get past all the people trying to sell you SIM cards. Just ignore it, because at the end of the day, it's just so much more expensive here. I'll show you a place that I go to. Just so much cheaper. You're not going to get ripped off. Airports are known for it. Money changes as well. You've got to be careful, especially in Bali. But yeah. Here we are. Arrived in Bali. Check this out. We got picked up at the airport and then we went straight to our hotel in Canggu. When you pre-book your transfers through Klook, this is the meetup place that you have to go to when you arrive here in Bali. So let's go. So just leaving the airport now. We've got our driver. Here he is. So he's got our bags for us. Pretty cool. It's pretty smooth when you pre-book. It's the best way to do it when you arrive. Straight to your hotel. No mucking around. By the time we got there, it was quite late, so we just had showers, went to bed. Got up the next morning, got SIM cards, got that sorted, and then went to have brunch before heading back to the hotel room, make sure everything was packed up because we had to check out by 12. Jumped in the car and came to Ubud, so we just rented a car from Grab. Pretty easy. We have noticed that Grab is a bit cheaper than Gojek most of the times, but you can always compare both prices. Gojek is the one from Indonesia, so it's the most commonly used here. So Grab is the most commonly used throughout Southeast Asia, though. I think most Asian countries, so we're just used to using Grab anyway. Okay, so you might be thinking, why Bali? Last time I was here, I did create a video that I shared, which I didn't really enjoy Bali that much. And that was mainly because I spent most of my time in places like Seminyak, Canggu, the over touristy places where it's all about cheap bintangs and partying and not really about experiencing the true Balinese culture or the nature that's available in this area. So I'm currently in north of Ubud, small village actually. So you can get to Ubud from here. It's only like 5-10 minutes on the bike. It's beautiful here, surrounded by rice paddies. Really nice place. So let's check out the room. this is it. This is the place in Ubud, everyone. It's pretty cool. Ubud Sawah. It's a nice villa up in the mountains. So it's a bit outside of Ubud, so it's not in the middle of everything. So outside the hustle and bustle a bit, which is really nice. Just have a look at the place. The bed looks great, really comfortable. And the bathroom is huge, like separate shower. But the size of it is quite big, actually. So have a look. Big window area from the bathroom. Right in amongst the rice paddies and palm trees up here, which is really nice as well. And in here we've got the shower. Pretty good. Everything that you need, a nice little cupboard area in the bathroom, which is really good. That's a nice touch. To have it in the bathroom. After you finish your shower, just put on your clothes straight away. I like that. There's a couple of seating areas. You've got this table here with coffee and tea making. So you could sit here, do some work. Got a nice bit of a view there behind as well. And then you've got the balcony. So this time of year, being June, it's not too hot. So having a seating area outside for breakfast or dinner might be a bit too warm for lunch. But there is a nice breeze here, so it is quite good actually. Yeah, this is it. Looking pretty nice. Gonna be here for a few weeks, so yeah, looking forward to the stay here actually. Okay, so this place also has a restaurant. They have a Thai restaurant here and they serve breakfast daily as well. So they have a choice of 5 different set menus for breakfast. They also have a pretty awesome pool, so let's go check out the pool. They're doing a bit of harvesting at the moment, so some of the rice paddies are a bit brown. You've got green ones still over there. Pretty nice. This pool area is pretty cool. Only a little pool, but all you need to chill, cool down if it's hot. It's a nice little pool. Which the little plunge pools, they're a bit more common in Bali. Especially at these small little villa type homestays. But it's nice. So I'll give you the breakdown on the costs and what you get, all as part of the cost as well. It's a pretty good deal actually. So what you get as part of your stay here as well, you get coffee and tea. They do provide a jug. They provide shampoo and shower gel as well. For us, we did have the breakfast included as part of our booking. They also provide daily cleaning, and they provide 2 bottles of water each day as well. So the cost comes to $100 US per week to stay here. That includes breakfast, bottled water, daily cleaning. Really good value for money. If you're thinking you can't find a nice place on a budget here in Bali, well, here's proof it does exist. So getting here, if you are coming from the airport or Kuta, Seminyak, those areas, you can just book a Grab or Gojek to get out here. Once you're here, they do offer motorbike rental as well. If you want to rent motorbike here, you can. So they also have cars here, so if you want to go on a tour, they can take you on a tour as well.
So once we got to Ubud, we unpacked, settled in for a bit, and then jumped on the bike. We rented a bike from the homestay that we're staying at and went to Tenem Dadari. You will see photos where they've done a sky replacement. The sunset's right in the middle at the back. Just doesn't happen that way. We were there for a really nice sunset, and you could see it was just very much to the side. So you can't believe everything you see on Instagram, obviously. But great place to go, just the same. Tenem Dadari, I do recommend checking it out. The food is good, prices are reasonable, and the view is quite spectacular. Really nice. We have breakfast included where we're staying as well.
After breakfast, we decided to go for a walk and check out the local area. We did see the local Balinese setting up for a ceremony and decorating the village. It was really quite nice.
So there's a couple of nice restaurants just within walking distance or a short ride on the bike here. So most of those first couple of nights we were here, just spent the time editing, focused on getting that first video out, making sure the internet was going to be okay. Thankfully, the internet did work out fine. The other places that we went, Warung Kayana, which is some of the best ribs I've ever had anywhere in the world. The basting, the spicy barbecue sauce, the meat just falls off the bone, everything about it is quite delicious. So if you are in Ubud, definitely check out Warung Kayana, some of the best ribs you'll ever have for sure. So we did get a lot of rain from the second week that we were here. Actually, a lot of rain. Again, just doing some more work. Going for breakfast, sometimes ordering in food for dinner. Other times we would go out if it's not wet. There is a couple of nice Babi Genyol place or Babi Guling place that we checked out nearby here. They were quite nice as well. We do like to try the Indonesian food, especially in Ubud. It's quite delicious. It is the cultural hub of Bali as well, so it's a great way to experience some of the culture here in Ubud. It's probably some of the most delicious Balinese food you'll try. Definitely worthwhile trying out the local Balinese food while you're here. We actually did try to go check out the Tegalalang rice terraces, but unfortunately when we got there it was harvest season and they were stripped, just puddles of muddy brown water instead of rice terraces. So just be mindful, you're not always going to get that Instagram moment. We are here at peak season, so this is July now and this is busiest time of year. It's the lowest rainfall time of year and it's just what it is here. Unfortunately, don't expect much from the rice terraces this season because, the harvest season came just right before it, so it was unexpected for us. Harvest season can happen any time of the year. It does depend, and it can change year on year, so it's not set seasons each year. So it just is what it is. You don't always get those pretty amazing looking rice fields. And managed to check out a cafe, which is really nice, right near the rice paddies. We are on the northern side of Ubud, in a smaller village just north of Ubud. So we're right near the Tegalalang and Chiking rice terraces there. So right up the northern end of Ubud, away from the hustle and bustle and heavy traffic. So there's lots of beautiful rice terraces around this part of Ubud actually. Nice cafes just where you can sit right on the rice terrace. Did some more work doing the digital nomad thing here. So just that realistic lifestyle. Got to fly the drone there, it's a good bit of fun. Well, the end of the second week we were here, we got invited to a once in every 60-year ceremony here in Bali. They did up the streets with decorations. It was really nice. Got to really experience some of the Balinese culture, and we got invited to attend the ceremony. They haven't let me the traditional Balinese clothes to wear because you do have to wear traditional Balinese clothes to attend the ceremony. So thankfully we were invited and were able to borrow the clothes, dress up and attend. So we went there for about an hour and a half. We were there. It was quite nice. So if you get the opportunity to attend one, I definitely think it is worthwhile if you do get invited. Decorating of the streets, you can see that just driving around this area at the moment. Looks really nice. They have different colours on each side of the road. It's quite beautiful.
After the ceremony, we just had to go check out Pandi Egi Babi Guling down in Gianyar. Amazing place, known as the best babi guling in all of Bali. It was absolutely delicious. Portion size was amazing. Great value for prices. Definitely have to check out Pandi Egi Babi Guling.
There's a waterfall not too far away, Manawaba. The area just next to the waterfall there looks absolutely amazing. Got to fly the drone there, which was pretty special as well. Yeah, it was right near sunset and it just looked beautiful. It was really nice to fly the drone there. Good bit of fun. There is a fine line between holiday heaven and holiday hell in Bali right now. We've all seen the hype from Instagrammers, influencers, celebrities, digital nomads and content creators talking up Bali and how amazing it is. And it is amazing. But there is a side of Bali they're not showing us. It's time we had an honest chat about the harsh realities of Bali on YouTube, so here it is. I have lived in Bali for 3 months over the last year, and I've made some of these mistakes myself. Being someone who wants to create content in Bali, I've spent countless hours researching the best locations and hidden gems. While doing this research, I came across some major health risks that are easy to avoid and will prevent your holiday from turning into the holiday from hell. No one is talking about the 3 biggest risks, so I wanted to create this video to share them with you. I've added some tips that will prevent you from being the overcharged foreigner here. It is more common in Bali now than you might think. Don't get me wrong, Bali has amazing people, unbelievable locations, landscapes that just take your breath away, delicious food, awesome nightlife and day clubs. The list just goes on. I took a leap and embarked on full-time travel in 2022, armed with drones and cameras. I share my adventures as I travel across Southeast Asia. Venturing into the unknown has been both exhilarating and rewarding.
To me, Southeast Asia is a goldmine of experiences, rich in culture, amazing people, delicious food, and unforgettable adventures. And it's this very essence that I share with you. So pack your curiosity, buckle up, and subscribe to join me on my wild adventures through the amazing cities, unbelievable landscapes, and hidden gems of Southeast Asia. Alright, so let's start off with some tips on how not to be the overcharged foreigner. It is quite common in Bali, it's more common than what you'd think. To give you the heads up as well, the services that I mention here, I'm not sponsored by any of them. I'm sharing them with you because I use them and I believe in them. I will leave the links to all the research and services in the description below so you can sit back, enjoy, watch the video, and they'll be there for you later when you need them. Tips to prevent you from becoming the overcharged tourist. Now, we've all been there, right? It's happened, we've overpaid for something just to realise the next day we could have got it for half the price. No one likes it. It does put a bit of a damper on any trip. It all starts at the airport as well. Just about everything that they offer you at the airport is way more than the prices actually are. So you pre-book your airport transfers. You'll be bombarded the moment you walk out of immigration into the front area. People offering you grab cars, taxis constantly. So I pre-booked and saved myself literally half the price. You can book your transfers on Klook. I use them. Klook are actually nice enough to provide me with the discount code, so you can use discount code Paradise Adventures to get up to 10% off your adventures and tours. You don't get the discount on the transfers, but any adventures and tours you book, you can get up to that 10% off. So there's the code for you to use, Paradise Adventures. The other thing that you want to avoid doing at the airport is getting a SIM card. Now, I saved myself 70, maybe even 80% just by not purchasing from the airport. It is crazy how much they charge there compared to what you can get if you just go to a local vendor. I recommend Happy Cell in Canggu, that's where I went, but there are many around. Just look for the local vendors. I went with Telkomsel, they recommend it being the best provider. And the third is exchanging currency here. It's quite well known, there's been some famous Instagram reels showing the scammers. It is quite common. There's a great chance that if you are going to a money changer, you're just going to get scammed. So I recommend using ATMs. Now, if I was just to use my everyday bank account though, I'd get an international ATM withdrawal fee plus 3%, plus the ATM that I use, the local bank can charge a fee on top of that as well. So I actually use a travel account called Wise, and they give you a debit card and you can use that to withdraw money from exchanges. They offer the best international rates that I've seen in my travels for almost 2 years, so I use them all the time. They save me a lot of hassles, they save me a lot of money, and they're just really easy to use. So you're in Bali, your dream itinerary is all planned out. The last thing you want is to be spending your time in Bali on a hospital bed or seeing doctors. So here are 5 safety tips that will help make sure your dream itinerary goes as planned. The last 3 tips are 3 of the highest risks that no one's talking about, so make sure you don't skip those. So the first one is pretty common, I'm sure you've heard about it. Bali is one of the most common places for scooter and motorbike accidents anywhere in Southeast Asia. The combination of inexperienced riders, bad road conditions, and heavy traffic make it a boiling pot for motor vehicle accidents. To avoid having to go through it, if you're not experienced rider, if you wouldn't ride a motorbike in your home country, it's probably not a good idea to be doing it here. You can use Grab or Gojek car. It'll get you everywhere that you need. It's affordable, it's easy, and it's basically all you need to do. So if you are going to rent a bike in Bali, there's some things that you should be aware of that you're probably not going to be covered for when it comes to travel insurance. So the first is, if you don't have a motorbike license in your home country, most travel insurers will not cover you. They won't cover you as a passenger on a motorbike, and if you've had a beer, the likelihood is they're not going to cover you either. For me, I do ride a motorbike. I've been riding motorbikes across Southeast Asia for close to 2 years now, so it's not really a concern for me. And I don't do it in the busy areas like Canggu, Kuta, Seminyak. I'll only do it outside of those busy areas. Same as when I'm in any of the places where there's the majority of traffic, there's the majority of accidents, so you can save yourself by just not renting at those areas. But if you're interested, I use Safety Wings as my travel insurer. They do cover motorbike riding. The second set of tips are around Bali belly. Now, Bali belly is quite common, and there are a few tips to follow. Use bottled water, always. Use it to brush your teeth. Use it to rinse your toothbrush. If you're ordering a drink at a restaurant, drink out of the bottle or the can. Don't use a glass. And also avoid ice. Some places will get filtered ice delivered, but especially in the more remote areas, there's no guarantee that they're getting that delivered. So ice, you do have to be a bit careful of. So the third safety tip for Bali is Bali has seen a massive increase this year in dengue fever. Now, in May alone, they had a massive influx of dengue fever cases throughout Indonesia. So far this year, there's been 60,000 cases reported of dengue fever. It is something that can hospitalize you for a week or two. So if you are traveling in Bali, this is going to be your best friend. It's just insect repellent. Buy the local stuff. I have had experience with getting insect repellent that I've got from back home in Australia. It doesn't have the same effect as the stuff does here. They are used to making these to repel the insects from their country. You can get them from just about any mart, so just pick one up and use that, and yeah, you'll be sweet. With dengue fever and Bali belly out of the way, the good news is you don't have to worry about colds or flus here. The most common infection that you'll get in Bali is an STD. It is important that if you are here that you use condoms, protect yourself, don't be a fool, cover your tool. So the fifth major risk is the beaches here. Now, this one's important because due to lack of ways of managing rubbish here, we do see a lot of plastics going through to the ocean, but it's not just plastics going through to the water. There have been tests done on the water. There's only 2 places they tested in Bali, Seminyak and Canggu. And as you know, these are 2 of the most common beaches here in Bali, and both of them saw large amounts of E. coli. I'm not going to say it, but there's much more than plastic polluting the water. So be careful where you go to the beach here. So we'll give you some tips on where the cleaner beaches are, but there's also some beaches that you need to be mindful of. So the ocean waves here tend to have an undercurrent. Now what an undercurrent is it can actually drag you out to sea under waves and pull you out. It's different to a tide or a rip tide that most people are used to. An undercurrent actually will drag you under waves and out to sea. So you do have to be careful. There is a lot of signs up at the places that you shouldn't be swimming. Nusa Penida is one of the worst locations for this. The undercurrents are just way too dangerous for swimming. So be mindful of that. You need to go to the more tamer beaches. If you are in Nusa Penida, I recommend Atu Beach. It's probably the best beach in all of Bali. Thanks to a lot of the rock formations around there, the waves aren't as aggressive and you don't get that undercurrent there, but it is something you do have to be careful of. The best beaches outside of that are in the north, so Lavina Beach, Ahmed Beach in the east, Uluwatu in the south, but avoid the main area of beaches. The pollution is just creating too much of a health risk. Testing has shown it's just not safe. So the last section of tips is really about not being deported. Now, it's important to understand that Balinese and Indonesian people have welcomed us into their country. It is their land and that we should respect it. They do not tolerate people behaving badly. Every time I'm here, I hear about people being deported. So it's important to follow the road rules while you're here. So don't think you're cooler than Thor. Wear a helmet. Be safe out there. Respect the laws of the local people, and that includes like obviously wear clothes, don't do public nudity, don't pee in sacred areas. People are getting deported for doing silly things all the time. The Hindu religion has a lot of public holidays and a lot of ceremonies that they need to adhere to. So just respect the fact that all the activities and things that you want to do, places you want to go and see, might be disrupted from some of these public holidays from time to time. One in particular is Nyepi, which is the New Year here for the Balinese people, and they celebrate it through Silence Day. So what that means is that if you are here for Nyepi, stay indoors, don't play loud music, don't have parties, don't go out on the streets or down to the beach. You can get deported and arrested for doing that. Another thing just important to be mindful of, they do place a lot of offerings in front of clubs, restaurants, bars, rice paddies, everything here. So it's important that you be mindful of where you're stepping and don't step on them as well. We're off for another adventure today. Today we're chasing waterfalls. We're here at Tegunungan Waterfall in Ubud, Bali. Come, join us. Let's go. Here we are, Tegunungan Waterfall. Pretty awesome location. The first waterfall that I'm visiting in Ubud, and we had a bit of a storm last night, so the water coming down this thing is absolutely pumping right now, so it looks pretty cool. just here at waterfall number 2, Leki Leki Waterfall. Let's go. There is a short 15-minute hike. So Teganungan is just like from the car park there, it's just a couple of 100 meters, pretty easy to get to. But Leki Leki Waterfall is a 15-minute hike, about 15 minutes down what I believe is going to be quite a few steps. Let's do it. This waterfall is quite advanced. They've got power cables running down here. We are venturing deep into the jungle of Ubud to capture the most commonly found mammals. They navigate through this dense foliage, risking life and limb just to capture that ideal shot in front of a mystical waterfall. Don't be fooled by their seemingly carefree smiles, because behind those filters lies a fierce determination to get the most likes possible. These elusive creatures can be spotted in their natural habitat. Armed with their cameras, phones, and an uncanny ability to find the perfect angle for a selfie. It's like a safari out here, but instead of lions and zebras, we have influencers and hashtag enthusiasts. So if you find yourself in the jungle of Ubud, remember to keep your distance from the Instagrammers, unless you want to become an unwitting background prop in their pursuit of Instagram stardom. All jokes aside, let's check out this waterfall. That's pretty awesome. After Leki Leki Waterfall, the rain started, so we had to get up the next morning to go to waterfall number 3. Just on our way to Tukat Chapung. Waterfall, there's actually 3 other waterfalls. One's really small. We saw that at at the beginning there. This is the third waterfall. So this is the fourth waterfall. Pretty cool. Time to start heading back up. So that was Chapung Waterfall. Heading back to the bike now. Gonna see what else we can find. Come along. Let's go. On the way back to Ubud, we stopped in at Tenem Dadari for sunset. Okay, so let's have a look at the costs here in Bali. I've been in Bali a month now, and I'll just go through what I've found as far as what the prices are, so then you can work out how much you need to budget. I will give you a breakdown of exactly what we've spent. So as I go through these prices, just on the price range of what things cost, I will be using US dollars. I'll also provide you with the Australian dollar and Great British Pound amount. So at the moment, if you were to go to a cafe or restaurant to grab a coffee, local Balinese coffee can start at anything like $1.30, $1.40 US to $2 US. You can get a cappuccino, latte, espresso, flat whites. They about $2 to $3 US. If you were to buy a soft drink at a restaurant here, you're looking at about $1 to $2. If you're looking to get a beer here, beers can cost you $2 to $4 American. Cocktails, $3.50 to $7. And it's about the same for wine, $3.50 to $7 for a glass of wine at a restaurant or bar here. So entry fees into places, now this can range a lot. It can be anywhere from $1.40 to some of the waterfalls and hidden gems to $20 if you're looking at some of these big day clubs. So it really depends on what you're planning to do. Accommodation as well. So accommodation can be really cheap at hostels. You can get a room for as cheap as $10 a night, but you can spend $200 for a luxury place to even up to $1,000 a night at some of these places. So really depends on your budget and what you're looking for. When it comes to accommodation, there's certainly options for everyone. So meals here, you can get a meal for anywhere between $2 to $15. Really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking at fine dining, obviously it can be upwards of that, but $2 to $15 is usually what you're going to expect at most restaurants. Obviously, if you're going to some of the local rooms, you can get a meal pretty cheap. $2 to $3 is quite normal there. For SIM cards, depends on where you're buying them. I would avoid buying them from the airport and some of the major tourist places. The real prices are anywhere between like $5 to $12 with a SIM and $3.50 to like $7 without a SIM if you're just getting your data. So SIM cards and data are very affordable, but if you go to the touristy locations or you buy at the airport, you can pay 3-4 times that. Also, renting a motorbike or scooter, that can cost you anything between $5 to $10 a day. You're grabbing Gojek car rides are going to start at $4, but depending on how much traffic there is and what's available, the prices will vary depending on where you're going. If you're going from Canggu, Seminyak or Kuta up to Ubud, expect to pay $15 to $20. If you're going from Ubud all the way to Munduk, then you could be paying anywhere between $35 to $45 as well. So it really depends on where you're going and what's available, how busy they are at the time. So some tips for getting accommodation a bit cheaper as well is to book early. Same as flights, if you book early you can lock in a much lower price. It's rare that you'll see last minute deals on accommodation in peak season, so you got to think about the time of year that you're going. If it's the off season and it's going to be rainy, you might be able to get some cheap last minute deals, but that's really going to depend on the time of year that you're going. Okay, so let's have a look at the living costs in Bali. So this is everything that we spent in the 1 month that we've been here so far. Everything from 3 weeks in Ubud to now a week in Munduk. Let's go through it. I'll give you the breakdown of what we spent as a couple, and I'll give it to you in Indonesian rupiah because that's what we've spent. I'll also give you the breakdown in Australian dollars, US dollars and Great British pound as well, so you have those figures. First up, we have transportation. So this includes transfers from Canggu to Ubud, Ubud to Munduk, as well as renting motorbike or scooter. So all up, we spent $3,272,000. So next up, we have pharmaceutical items. So this includes shampoo, sunscreen, face wash, shower gel, all of that kind of stuff, as well as mosquito repellent, which is important here. We spent $717,000. So next up we have groceries. Now this includes buying bottled water here, snacks, just drinks for drinking at the villa. All up, we've spent $3,076,000. Now food and drinks includes eating out, breakfast, lunches, dinner, as well as ordering in Grab or Gojek at times as well. The total comes to $6,150,000. So next up we have activities. So this includes entrances to waterfalls, rice terraces, it includes parking. So all up we spent $407,000. So for visas, including the transaction fees for the e-visa, we spent $1,040,000. Mobile phones, including the SIM card, cost us $250,000. For accommodation, we had 1 night in Canggu, 3 weeks in Ubud, and 1 week now in Munduk. So all up, it comes to $7,292,000. So everything that we spent for the month here in Bali is $22,275,000. And as a solo traveller, we estimate the cost to be $16,308,000. Overall, we did get rained out a bit while we were in Ubud, so we didn't spend as much as what we would have liked to. We wanted to check out Kretia and Telaga Singa, a couple of day clubs in Ubud. We didn't manage to do that. We're even thinking about Omar Day Club, the Waterfall Day Club as well, so we did miss out on that. So obviously if you are going to be hitting the day clubs, going to the beach clubs, partying every night, you will have to factor in a higher budget. So coming up, I've got a lot to show you from Munduk and the northern side of Bali. There's Lavina Beach, there's some of the biggest and best waterfalls, as well as some hidden gems that I was at these waterfalls and no one was there. So some great finds, and they're not average waterfalls, they're amazing waterfalls as well. Three waterfalls in Munduk, Bali. Munduk is in the northern center of Bali. In particular, it's known for its waterfalls, and while I was there, I did hike down to 3 different waterfalls. The first waterfall is Melanting Waterfall. Now, the hike down to this one was right next to where I was staying, which is the Temen Ayu homestay, and it took about 20 minutes, half an hour to hike down there. It's probably about 2 kilometers to get there, and the entrance fee to the waterfall there is 20,000 Indonesian rupiah. The waterfall itself is absolutely brilliant, actually. It's really nice, it's huge, it's not small at all, and when I got there, there was no one there. The second waterfall in Munduk is the Red Coral Waterfall. Now the Red Coral Waterfall is a bit more touristy. It's well cleaned and maintained. You do pay a bit more to attend this waterfall. It's 45k, so it is a bit more touristy, but it's well maintained and worth the price. But still, when I arrived, there was only 2 other people there, so it was quite secluded. I did end up going early in the morning, so maybe I avoided some of the rush, but it is a really nice waterfall, definitely worthwhile checking out. And the third waterfall is a bit of a treasure as well. So Golden Valley Waterfall. It has an amazing cafe right next to it. You can grab some nice Balinese coffee. The waterfall there is great as well. And to attend that waterfall, it's donation only. So they've got a little donation box, which is a nice touch as well. All 3 waterfalls are amazing. There are other waterfalls in Munduk, but these 3 by far stood out as the better waterfalls to go to. So next up we have the best cultural location in all of Bali. It's the Ulan Danu Beraton Temple. It's absolutely stunning. Everything is in immaculate condition. It's 75,000 per person to enter, and it's definitely worth it. The amount of work that they put in to maintain this temple is quite amazing, and it just looks beautiful. We tried to get there for an early morning sunrise, but we got there and we were just in amongst the clouds, so it still looked really cool. It gave it a really kind of cinematic experience, something that is not normally captured there, but we did stick around until the sun came out and got some pretty good footage. For our third adventure, we had to get up at 4 in the morning to go to Lavina Beach. We had to drop on the bike at 4:30 in the morning, drive down to Lavina Beach to be there for 5:30, to get on a boat before sunrise, to go on a sunrise dolphin watching tour. And we were absolutely spoilt with a pretty amazing sunrise. So we've come out for a sunrise boat ride to check out some dolphins. The whole trip was really good, definitely worth it. Very affordable, it's only 155,000 rupiah. So it's an amazing adventure. It's not going to break the budget. Definitely a great experience.
You do have to pre-book your tickets for the dolphin tour. We booked through Klook. Klook have actually given me a promo code that you can use to get up to 10% off for new users and up to 5% off for existing users. Use code Paradise Adventures Klook to get your discount.
Afterwards, they drop you off at Lavina Beach. You can spend some time there. We went for breakfast, spent some time on the beach, just having a coconut and chilling out. Really good experience all round.
Just here chilling on Lavina Beach. Earlier this morning we did the sunrise dolphin watch, which is really cool actually. The sunrise was amazing. The dolphins, there were so many of them. It was good to see. So definitely worthwhile. I don't know why people aren't talking about this side of Bali. It's amazing.
And the fourth adventure was trekking at two of the best waterfalls in all of Bali. Now, there are claims that this is run by Waterfall Mafia. They do require you to have a guide to attend these waterfalls.
So currently in Singaraja, which is north of Bali, doing a trek today to the biggest and best waterfalls in all of Bali. So looking forward to this one.
So the price was 200,000 per person to do the trek. So for the 200,000, it includes your guide, travel to and from the trekking point, water, entry into both waterfalls, and the guide also helped carry bags and helped with photos as well.
Have a look at this! Sekumpul Waterfall, Bali's biggest and best waterfall. Pretty amazing.
Sekumpul Waterfall is huge. It's 5 to 6 stories tall and just amazing to be sitting there underneath it. Fiji waterfall blew my mind. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. It's a combination of 3 different waterfalls and it was just amazing. The volume of water coming through those waterfalls was something special. Just a great experience.
These waterfalls are huge. There must be 3-4 stories tall, at least. Absolutely amazing. So cool. This is absolutely amazing. Have a look at this. The power of this waterfall is something. This is so cool, such a rush. If this is your vibe, then I want to be friends. Hit the like button, subscribe and leave a comment and let's start chatting. This is just awesome.
On the trek back up, I got to fly the drone on top of Sukumpul waterfall. It wasn't the easiest place to fly a drone, but it was fun. After the trek, they took us on the back of a motorbike up to the rice terraces. They didn't have any helmets, but they weren't riding crazy. I got a chance to spend some time flying the drone at a rice terrace right on top of Fiji waterfall, and that spot for flying drones is just next level. It was a whole lot of fun. So I'm currently in Nusa Penida, going to be here for another 2 weeks. So looking forward to capturing as much as I can to share with you all from Nusa Penida. Obviously there's Kalinkling Beach, Diamond Beach, the Thousand Island Viewpoint. The list just goes on. There's so much to see and do on Nusa Penida. So this is how I would spend 72 hours in Nusa Penida without all the crowds.
You get to take in Thousand Island Viewpoint at sunrise and Kalinkling Beach at sunset, something not many people get to experience, and it's just such a great experience, something you'll never forget.
I took a leap and embarked on full-time travel in 2022, armed with drones and cameras. I share my adventures as I travel across Southeast Asia. Venturing into the unknown has been both exhilarating and rewarding. To me, Southeast Asia is a goldmine of experiences, rich in culture, amazing people, delicious food, and unforgettable adventures. And it's this very essence that I share with you. So pack your curiosity, buckle up, and subscribe to join me on my wild adventures through the amazing cities, unbelievable landscapes, and hidden gems of Southeast Asia. If you're going to do a day tour, it's just so rushed. You're going to get to places and they're absolutely packed, and you're there for 10-15 minutes to snap photos and then move on to the next place. It does take a long time to get around the island due to traffic and road conditions, so going from place to place is just so rushed, you don't get to enjoy it. I do recommend that you spend the 72 hours, so 3 full days here, to get the most out of it. I recommend leaving at about 11 o'clock to catch a ferry from Sanur to Nusa Penida. So these are the fast boat ferries, and they'll get you here in about an hour. If you do it earlier in the day rather than leave it till 3-4 o'clock, you've got more of a chance of it being on time. The later in the day it goes, the more people tend to have delays for hours, so better off to get here sometime in the morning. When you arrive, check in at your hotel and then go to a nice day club and just chill out for the afternoon. Grab some lunch. But there are some day clubs, the Chill Penida. Maybe stick around for sunset, grab some dinner, and then go back to your room to really enjoy a good night's sleep, because the next morning is a sunrise event. Thousand Island Viewpoint is really amazing at sunrise. Get up early the next morning, head there for sunrise. You basically have the place to yourself. I was there and there was only 2 other people there. Just here at Thousand Island Viewpoint. You can see Diamond Beach just down there. It's a really amazing view from up here. We got here in time for sunrise. Just sent the drone for a bit. Instagram famous tree house there as well, Thousand Island Viewpoint. It's just breathtaking, the view there. with sunrise in the background. It's quite amazing. Just here at Thousand Island Viewpoint. Come to check it out. Should be good. Just making my way down to the Thousand Island Viewpoint. Bit of a trek to get through. This is the famous treehouse spot where you see a lot of the girls do the butt shot as they climb up the steps. Very famous on Instagram. Starting to see some of the view already. So there's quite a few steps, and not gonna lie, they're pretty steep, but doable. Getting down's easy, getting back up is gonna be hard. This is the view of Diamond Beach from the Thousand Island Viewpoint. That's where I was just before. Flying the drone down there, pretty cool. There it is. The Instagram famous butt shot treehouse. It's pretty cool. 75,000 Indonesian rupiah to get in there. Not sure if it's worth it. Obviously, the Instagram ladies think it is. Doing their thing. Not exactly sure what this is. I think it's shrine or mini temple that the Hindus use to pray to the god, or it could be where someone's buried. I'm not quite sure. Leave a comment below if you know what this is. Really cool though. There you go. Those who want to be Instagram famous. Just the rock formations around these beaches, it's just amazing. So cool. Very nice here. There's the steps up and down. It's quite windy. As you can see, pretty much straight up. I find Diamond Beach and this side of the island, a lot of it is about making money. There's signs to pay for just about everything. Every viewpoint you want to sit at, every swing, everywhere that's available to take photos, there's someone trying to make money out of it. So anyway, hey, at the end of the day they've got to get their money some way. But yeah, it's not just your parking fee. The swing, the viewpoint seat to get a photo, all cost money. This side of the island, they're about there. Show me the money. Very cool, just the same. Very cool. After that, you're just a short drive away from Diamond Beach. To it. No kidding. This is the path down. You gotta watch your head getting through here. And here comes the rain. still making the way down. It's a bit wet, and you do have a rock and rope climb part at the bottom to get up and down. They're a bit to get through, but it's not far to go. It's easier than Kling Kling Beach. Right, here we are. Diamond Beach is one of the easiest climbs. Obviously, make sure you have a certain fitness level. Young people should be okay, teenagers. But yeah, fitness otherwise is going to be very important. So here we are down at Diamond Beach. Now, part of being a adventure travel vlogger, you don't always get the best conditions. Meant to be a nice day today. The weather forecasts in Southeast Asia aren't reliable at all. It's part and parcel with being in these areas, but look, they're so amazing just the same. So I'm hoping we get a bit of sunshine and things dry out a little and we can fly the drones. It's pretty cool here. So this is it. This is the last climb down. Let's go. The drone, let's send it. Let's go. Alright, flew the drone, landed on the beach, had to save my drone from a wave, goggles fall in the water. Not the best result, but hey. It's a lot more packed than when I arrived, but still alright. It's a good spot. I got some good shots. I hope you guys enjoy it. Tide is coming up and the beach is going, so I think before I have to drag all my gear through water, let's head back to the top. I sent the drone, landed in the sand, but the waves here come crashing right up. And they start taking out the beach. So I ran to get my drone and the goggles fell in the water. Bit of a shame. Got some good video just the same. That's what I mean. The water just comes right up, so did what I had to do. Grabbed the drone, ran with the goggles on my head, and they just fell off, so didn't work out too well. It's a good time to be leaving. That swell's coming in pretty hard, taking out a lot of people on the beach. Paradise has its dangers. Part and parcel, I guess, but you can see why people make the effort to come down. Pretty amazing spot. So the goggles are off. Gonna let them dry out, see if they work. Not confident they will, but it happens. Flying in and around water and stuff with drones. Every time you fly over water and you've still got your gear afterwards, it's good. It's a good feeling. The price of getting these shots. After doing Diamond Beach, head to Attu Beach. Due to the rock formation there, it's actually really nice to go swimming. You can go there, rent a daybed under an umbrella, spend the day there, have a few drinks, coconut. There's another beach just over the hill. Take you guys down and show you some of the views down there. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's go. Just here at Attu Beach, has to be my favourite beach in all of Bali. It's in Nusa Penida and it doesn't have the undercurrent that you get from Diamond Beach or Klangklang Beach because of the fact that it's got this unique rock formation that you can see. So that just prevents those big waves from coming and just dragging people back out to sea. It's a great place to come, chill out and spend the day. It's much safer to swim here and it's just beautiful. For me, that is my favorite beach in all of Bali, Atu Beach. Spend the day there, have a few drinks, coconut, and just enjoy the day. It's quite an amazing beach and really just a nice place to chill, go for a swim and hang out for the day. So after that, head back to the main side of the island and head back to your room, grab some dinner and head out and party that night. So there are some day clubs, there's beach club as well, which you can check out, have a few drinks.
So for day 2, you get to sleep in and then go for brunch, lunch, and you want to be getting to Angel Billabong at around 2 o'clock. It's actually really amazing on a nice sunny day. So if you can get down there in good weather, it does look great. You can spend a bit of time there getting your photos. Before you move on to Broken Beach, which is the next place on the list. So Broken Beach is one of those unique landscapes. It looks absolutely breathtaking. Don't see much like it anywhere else. You can spend a bit of time walking around there, getting some photos. And then by 3:30, you want to make your way across to Kelingking Beach. That will give you enough time to do the hike down. I do recommend you do hike down to Kelingking Beach. The water there is such a beautiful color. It's one of the cleanest beaches in all of Bali.
All right, here it is, Kelingking Beach. Once you get past everyone taking the photos for their Instagram and start making your way down the steps, the view just gets better and better. It's kind of got me thinking, like people literally travel from everywhere around the world just to come visit this place. This place has probably the most photos of any place on Instagram. It's just crazy. So I've been really thinking, what is it about this place that attracts so many people all the time? Leave a comment below, tell me what you think. Why is this place just so popular? I think for me, it's both amazingly beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Tens of thousands of people every day come here, most of which get photos from the top. Maybe just a few hundred a day actually make it down to the bottom. I can see down the beach now, I can see one person, 2 people, 3, that's it. Like barely anyone makes the effort down. But just have a look at the view, it's absolutely amazing. Both sides of this walk down. Let's get to it, all right. Here I am, on T-Rex's back. So this is the famous Kelingking Beach. Everyone comes here just for the photos from the top, but today we're doing the climb down. I'm partway down on T-Rex's back now. These are the conditions. I just passed the steps part. We're going downhill now, so it's all pretty easy. What you really do need to save yourself for is getting back to the top, because that's where the real challenge lies. Getting back to the top is the difficult part. It's not too bad. I don't think it's as bad as getting to the top of Tiger Cave Temple, but let's try it. Making my way down, about halfway now. These steps are pretty steep. So far so good, but getting down is the easy part, as they say, right? Once you're down, you've got to get back up, so. Yeah, good shoes. Definitely. Yeah, it gets pretty steep. Some of the rocks are pretty slippery too. See here, all these rocks on the way down have smooth edges, so it is slippery on rubber shoes. You do have to be a bit careful. It's about 9 AM and it's not too busy, so recommend getting here early. Yeah, there's some steep climbing to do. You've got the wooden fences the whole way around. The waves are so strong. Alright, most of the way down. Got the camera bag, weighs probably 10 kilos with the drone, batteries and everything. It's not the easiest climb down, especially with all this gear. Just made it down to the bottom. Good feeling. It's only early in the morning, it's only like 9:30, but still the heat doing this climb in the Indonesian weather, it is quite intense. The conditions of the sea here are not friendly. They have signs up to tell people not to swim. Some people go into knee-high water, but that can change with these waves quite quickly. Anyway, let's check out this beach while we're here. Let's do it. I showed most of the bits I could on the climb down, but on the climb back up might be a bit more difficult. Pretty special. It's quite an interesting beach. The waves get really choppy because they're bouncing off walls as they come in, and so you can see the water just goes in all different directions. Very difficult swimming conditions, so you can see why they warn people not to swim here. And the swell, brutal. There's a little cave in here. I'm keen to have a look, check it out. The spot is pretty cool. Wave action from this cave looks super cool, man. Super cool. The sound of those waves must be really hard to hear me sometimes. Those waves just so loud. Yeah, but this spot is cool. You can see the amount of whitewash going on there. It's like a washing machine. Being out in that ocean, water would throw you everywhere. I was speaking to a couple of guys that were swimming before, and they said the waves would just push you easy 10, 20 meters, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to go with it. Yeah, the waves are brutal, and they're like at times 10, 12 foot wave. Huge, huge. Not small waves at all. It only takes maybe 20 minutes to climb down. I was in no rush, just taking it easy. Had a stop, chat to a couple of guys who were just swimming down here and things, ask them what the conditions were like. Just been down here chilling for like an hour, preserving my energy for the climb back up. So one of the benefits of staying on the island is you get to get up early and get to places before all the day tourists come. How cool is this? Clinking Beach, here it is. So awesome. Waves are pretty big still. It's got the undercurrent here, so they do have signs up saying no swimming, but after the hike down, I might venture into a bit of water. Even if you're a strong swimmer, I wouldn't get in to like waist height, because once an undercurrent gets you, it can take you out 20 meters from here, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then you got to fight it again, swimming back that 20 meters. It can be almost impossible. People drown here all the time, so got to be careful. Alright, now it's time for the climb back up. It's not pretty, but it works. Not a bad idea to take regular breaks. You can see the conditions of the climb. It's pretty tough, but all good. Just the same. Hope you guys are enjoying the action. Made it up the climb part. Still got a bit to go. But most of it's just rocks and steps. But yeah, here I am on the T-Rex back. So this is it, guys. Continuing the climb back up. It's pretty good. The views from up top are amazing as well. Make sure you stick around for that. The views along the way are spectacular as well. So cool. I'm out of breath. But it's so cool. T-Rex here. Don't let anyone tell you that's an easy hike. It is not. It is so hard. The toughest trek in Bali. So as you can see, they've started construction on the lift that's going to go down here. It's a beautiful beach now. It's only beautiful because not many people make the effort to hike down. So once 10,000 people a day are coming to the beach, I don't expect the water to be so clear. So if you want to get down here and see it, well, you have to use leg power to do it. I think you've got about 12 months. Still all that to go till we get to the top, but the sunset is coming. So let's do it. Just here on top of Kling Kling Beach. Just getting ready to fly the drone. Should be epic. Looking forward to this. Just made it back up to the top with a much deserved beer. Just going to wait for the sunset. You might remember last time I was here in Nusa Penida, I was flying the drone at Diamond Beach and my goggles fell into the water. It meant that I couldn't fly the drone here at Kling Kling Beach. This video is the video I wanted to make back then, so I'm glad I could capture this, and for those that have been following me for a long time, you'll remember it. This is it. This is the video I wanted to do all the time. I'm just spoilt with this amazing sunset. Just have a look at this. Just amazing.
After that, you can head back to the main part of the island, enjoy a few drinks, some nice dinner, head to a beach club if you want to as well. The next morning, get up and start to pack, have something to eat, and make your way down to the pier. I suggest heading back no later than 12:30. I recommend leaving anywhere between 10:30 to 12:30. That'll give you enough time to get the ferry back to Sanur and make your way to your next place of stay. Check in, and it'll still give you time to do something that afternoon. You can head down for sunset and have a few drinks or whatever you're looking to do. That is just an amazing way to spend 72 hours in Nusa Penida. You get to take in Thousand Island viewpoint at sunrise and Kelengkeng Beach at sunset, something not many people get to experience. You get to do a lot of these places without the crowds, and it's just such a great experience, something you'll never forget.
If you are looking to go on any tours in Nusa Penida, this Nusa Penida series is brought to you by Klook and Get Your Guide. So both offer amazing deals from time to time. So links are in the description below. Shop around, find yourself a good deal. I also get a small kickback if you use my links, so it's win-win. All right, let's get it. After Kelengkeng Beach, we decided to take the short ride to Diamond Beach. This shows some of the sad truth about heavily populated tourist areas. It just, the pollution. Yeah, the sad truth is that when you get to these overpopulated tourist spots, there's just so much trash. It's like places like that, it's just hard to get out of the water too.
Alright, so back with another Real Talk video. Real Talk is just saying it how it is. No BS, no hype, no fluff, just this is what Bali is really like right now. What we're going to cover is visas, where to stay, food, accommodation, transport, adventures, culture, 1 month living costs, and should you come here, is it worth it? First of all, let's start off with how to get to Bali. So Bali has an international airport, so you can fly direct into Bali. Most countries do require a visa, so look into your visa options. Just make sure you use the official government website for information and also to apply for the e-visa. I will have links in the description below. So where to stay in Bali? Traffic is a major concern in Bali. It might be 10 to 15 kilometers away, but that could be an hour or more depending on traffic. So I'd suggest you move around between locations during your time there to be able to do the things in that particular area. So it does make sense to spend some time in Ubud. If you want to party, spend some time in Seminyak or Canggu. If you want to surf, spend some time in Uluwatu. If you want the adventures, then there's Uluwatu and Nusa Penida. If you're looking for culture, then definitely places like Ubud are going to be the better places to go. So when it comes to transportation, it really depends on your level of confidence with riding a motorbike or a scooter. If you are not familiar with it, I wouldn't recommend doing it. You can use Grab or Gojek. There is the private drivers and taxis as well. So your options for getting around are renting. So you can rent a car, scooter or motorbike. You can use a private driver. There's Grab or Gojek, or there's taxis. Taxis, you got to be careful. You can get scammed. Grab or Gojek is usually a better option. Renting a scooter or a motorbike is your cheapest option. It's going to save you money on all the other options. So renting a car is another option. It's much cheaper than using a taxi or a private driver. But if you are going to go down the private driver or taxi route, they are a travel guide and they can help you with locations and that kind of thing, advice as well. So that's really what it comes down to. Food in Bali, there's some really good Balinese food. I do recommend babi ketchup, babi guling if you're looking to try some local Balinese food. And of course, there's nasi goreng and mee goreng, as well as all the international options. So you've got everything from Japanese, Korean to Chinese foods. And you've also got your Western food options like burgers, pizzas, pastas, barbecue, grill. All of that is available in Bali as well. For accommodation in Bali, you've got everything from your hostels, motels, resorts, to your 5-star luxury places. There's something for everyone. It can be cheap or cheerful, or it can be luxury. It really depends on what you're looking for and where you want to stay. Nusa Dua has a lot of the top resorts over there, but there's little to do. There is some water adventures. I stayed in a couple of really nice places, Dragonfly at Nusa Penida and Ubud Sawa in Ubud. Both were really nice and very affordable. I'll give you a bit of a route tour on both of those. So next up, we've got the digital nomad lifestyle in Bali. Bali is known as a digital nomad hub. You've got the fast Wi-Fi and mobile data speeds, as well as cafes everywhere with power points so then you can plug in, do your work. There's co-working spaces. There's plenty of people working there as digital nomads. There is a community. You've got meetups you can find online. So when it comes to activities, well, there are amazing adventures to be had in Bali. The beaches don't quite cut it as far as I'm concerned. There's too much pollution in the main beaches, and the other areas where there are clean waters, it's very rocky. Uluwatu is a great example of that. It's great for surfing once you can get past all the rocks, but you do have to get through all those rocks before you can get to the waves. And when you get to the amazing landscapes in beaches like Diamond Beach and Klangkang Beach and Nusa Penida, due to an undercurrent, they're just not safe for swimming, and drowning is quite common there because the water can just drag you out to sea. If you are a beach person, maybe Bali's not your place to be, but in saying that, there are amazing adventures. I recommend checking out the waterfalls in Singaraja and Munduk, as well as going on some adventures in Nusa Penida. Go check out Thousand Island Viewpoint, especially at sunrise. It's amazing. Kelengkeng Beach at sunset. We've got Diamond Beach. We've also got Atu Beach, my favorite beach in all of Bali. Due to the rock formation off the beach there, it doesn't get the huge swells, so the undercurrent isn't as bad. There's less rocks around, so it's easier to swim. And it's just a really cool place to chill, hang out, and enjoy the day at the beach. So the waterfalls I recommend and go check out are Sukampul Waterfall, Fiji Waterfall, Melanting Waterfall, there's also an amazing sunset tour where you can do dolphin watching from Labina Beach up north as well. All amazing experiences, definitely worthwhile checking out those. But culture in Bali, Bali has some amazing culture, especially around Ubud area. Ubud is known as the cultural hub. They have the best Balinese food in all of Bali. I recommend you try Pandiegi Babi Guling. There's also Warung Kayana. They have amazing pork ribs. Definitely worthwhile checking out that place if you're in Ubud. There's also heading over to the Ulundanu temple. That place is just amazing. It's so well taken care of and it just looks beautiful. Temple over the water. What more can you ask for? There's also the Tertaganga and other temples. You do have to travel and explore to experience these cultural locations, but it is worth it. Alright, so next up we have the living costs. I'll give you the breakdown in Indonesian rupiah because that's what we spent. I'll also give you the breakdown in Australian dollars, US dollars and Great British pound as well. I'll be providing the figures as a couple and I'll also give you an estimate as what we think the same monthly expenses would be as a solo traveler as well. So let's get into it. For transport, we spent 3,425,000. For pharmaceutical items, we spent 717,000. For groceries, we spent 2,834,000. For food and drinks, now this is eating out all the time, breakfast, lunch and dinner. We did have breakfast included at some of the places we stayed, and this does include drinking alcohol, coffee, all of that as well. So the total comes to 10,308,000. So for activities, so this is going on adventures, parking, tickets, entry into places, all of that come to 927,000. So visas for the month with the credit card fee come to 1,040,000. So mobile phones for our second month, we only had to recharge. So we already had the SIMs. So that was only 170,000. And for accommodation, we spent 5,665,000. So in total, as a couple, we spent 25,076,000. And for a solo traveler, we estimate the cost to be 70,078,000. Should you come to Bali, is it still worth it right now? So if you're looking to party, you've got the younger crowds partying in places like Kuta, Seminyak, Canggu. If you're looking to get to some waterfall or rice terrace day clubs, you've got Ubud area. If you're looking for adventures, you've got Monduk, Singaraja, Kintamani, Nusa Penida, Uluwatu. For the adventure lovers, I think the island offers so much more than a lot of places do anywhere around the world. There are some amazing waterfalls in Bali. You've got Kompul, Fiji, Leki Leki, and also Melanting Waterfall, which are all amazing. You've got sunrise dolphin tours in Lavina. In Nusa Penida, you've got the jaw-dropping Kelengkeng Beach and Thousand Island Viewpoint. There's also Diamond Beach. So there are lots of adventures to be had. And of course, there's the surfing, snorkeling, and scuba diving that you can do as well. So for the adventure lovers, the nature lovers, and landscapes, Bali has a lot to offer. if you make the effort to travel out to some of the amazing cultural locations, you won't be disappointed as well. So rich in culture. So while Bali does have a lot going for it, there are a few concerns a lot of people have. A lot of the concerns people have from traveling to Bali is it is really a party place and it's for young people. I would say that is correct in Canggu, Kuta, Seminyak, those kind of areas. But if you travel out to Ubud and travel around Bali, you'll notice that that's not the case at all. Traffic, though, is a big concern. You've got to be prepared to sit around and waiting in traffic. It does take hours to get to a lot of places. And on top of that, once you get there, these popular tourist attractions can be packed and you have to wait a long time before you can get that Instagram photo. So you do have to factor in that. And of course, then there's the Bali belly and the pollution, especially the beaches. Like, I'm a beach person and I've traveled to a lot of beaches all around Asia and the South Pacific. And Bali does not have great beaches. They're either overpolluted, rocky, or they have undercurrent issues. If you want that white sand beaches with amazing crystal clear water, you do have to travel to either other countries or other parts of Indonesia to see it. So should you come to Bali, is it worth it? If you're young and you want to party, for sure, it's amazing for that. There's plenty of it there. If you're an adventure lover and you love nature, waterfalls, landscapes, then it has so much to offer and it's a must-do place. But if you're not into that and you're looking for a nice beach location, you just want to chill at a resort or at a beach, then you might be better off choosing another location, as you may not benefit from the attractions that it has. So I'm going to Kuala Lumpur. I'll be there for the next month, so there'll be plenty of delicious food. I'll be exploring the city and going on adventures around the city as well. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have subscribed already, you're awesome. You're the reason why I make these videos, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.